Body bags were horror lies.
Now take my bitch. She won't complain about shit cause she's my hoe. She don't belong to a trick, so when you fuck her and give her all your cash, I get paid. I put my foot in her ass, I won't marry the bitch. And give her half, I get mo head. And then I laugh at that one bitch shit. I got a gang of hoes, I get freak ass lick these balls and toes.
Now stupid little bitches get tossed if they don't realize that I'm the motherfucking boss. Come on down and get your ass pinched. And if you talk shit, get your ass lynched. Cause I'm the B, the I, the T, the C, the H, the K, the I, the L, the L, the A, Sean B. A boy that's bigger than a nut, cause a bitch is a...
Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Moodz616 here, and yes, I am back with another fill-in review for Steve here on week 66 on body bags. Alrighty guys, so yeah, week 66 and it is vampire week. Yeah, vampires, what can I say? I have kind of a love-hate relationship with vampire flicks. A lot of modern ones I'm not really the biggest fan of. With that said, I actually decided to go with a modern vampire film for today's review. This one is from 2012, released by Magnet, and it's called Kiss of the Damned. Now, I'd actually heard really good things about this film, so I've been wanting to check this one out for like a long time, so no better week than to do it than this one. So, but yeah, Kiss of the Damned is directed by first-time director, what's her name? Jan Cassavetes. I probably just completely butchered that name, but yeah, she's a female director, first time. But getting into the plot of this one, basically centers around your main character, Paolo. He is an American screenwriter. He writes for the movies, Broadway plays, and stuff like that. He's kind of having issues with writing. He kind of wants to get away a little bit. He meets this girl in a bar by the name of Yuan, and kind of becomes infatuated with her a little bit. He just kind of sees her, really kind of wants her. He doesn't really fully understand why. But anyways, one night he kind of follows her back to her house, and she kind of bites him on the hand. Anyways, they start this relationship and whatnot, and she doesn't really want to turn him because she really does care about him. Like, really fast in the film, she starts to care about this guy quite a bit. And she basically tells him that, that she's a vampire, and he doesn't really believe her and stuff, but she's like, well, if you want to find out for yourself, chain me up, and you can decide for yourself. Anyways, he soon realizes that she's not lying, she actually is a vampire and stuff, but of course her sensations get the best of her, and she ends up biting Pablo and turning into a vampire. So then they start this really kind of sexual relationship, very normal type life that they want to start together. And then in comes her sister. Her sister's name in the film is Mimi. Yeah, so Mimi is kind of the wild sister. She's been in and out of Jan's life, throughout the history of their existence and whatnot. She's kind of a problem child. And in this case, she basically confesses to her sister that, she turned Pablo into a vampire because she loved him. And Mimi gets all offended and stuff. She's like, you don't do that. I wouldn't even turn someone that I loved into a vampire and stuff. So Mimi basically disapproves and has a major issue with Juan's, choice to turn Pablo into this vampire. So now they have this kind of beef going and whatnot. Now, meanwhile, they're trying to live this normal life. They're trying to have this relationship and just kind of do their own things. There's this whole vampire society and stuff that they interact with on a daily basis and whatnot and stuff. But, her sister is basically kind of fucking up everything because she keeps going out in the wild and killing random people and just doing things that she shouldn't be doing, which is kind of, threatening the vampire's existence because she's getting too deep, and she's just kind of going off the chain, and they're probably going to get exposed and stuff. So now Yuan, she's basically kind of said to like the headmaster that her sister's out of control and they need to do something about it and whatnot and stuff. So yeah, that's basically the premise of your film right there. without going any further. Now my thoughts on this one. From first time director, she did a really, really good job with this film. I really like the casting in this one. The two sisters are played by two French actors, and I love that because it totally gives this the film like a European feel to it. Now, it's an American film shot in New York, but it really does capture that European kind of vampire feel to it. This one is, played very straight face. It's not a comedy at all. It's got a very gothic type feel, gothic European feel to it, which I really enjoyed. Great score, very ominous, very elegant score to the film. It's not overdone. There's no stupid jump scares. It's just executed perfectly. Cinematography is fantastic. There's lots of beautiful shots in this film. With that said, it's a very dramatic horror kind of romantic, vampire film. There's no glam, there's no glitter to this. Like I said, it's played very straightforward, with great performances, which really sells it. It's awesome. Mixed in with a little bit of, brutality and violence and stuff from, of course, the vampires, because, of course, that's what you're going to have in a film like this. I think everything works really perfect in this film. Like I said, it's a very elegant feeling film. It's executed perfectly with, the score is just fantastic throughout the film. I really cannot believe, like I said, capturing that European feel. I think it's just one of those things that is hard to do in, especially with, modern vampire films. Vampires now are so glamorized and stuff. They're so mainstream. It's very cool to see a film like this that actually kind of goes back to the dark roots and kind of celebrates the, the romantic, the sexual beings of vampires and stuff. The mythology is very much the same in this one. With vampire films, you kind of get hit and miss mythologies. Sometimes vampires don't eat human food. They just feed on blood and whatnot and stuff. This one, they're almost like normal people. They do eat, normal food. They drink blood. And all the other, mythologies kind of play out. They can die from sunlight. They can die from, burning and, stuff like that. So all that is there in the film, which is cool. They don't try to change the rules a lot and stuff. And, it adds to that real kind of realism of vampires. If you want to say realism, it's not really an appropriate word. But, the mythology's there that we all like and know. So, but yeah, Kiss the Damned, really elegant film. Really enjoyed it. I have to say the ending, is probably one that you might want to, kind of judge for yourself. I don't know. I think it was decent. I think they could have kind of went a different route, but that's just my opinion. It's not a bad ending at all. I thought maybe it was kind of anticlimactic a little bit. But with that said, it doesn't really take anything away from the film, to be honest, because, it's about the characters and their existence and stuff, and, their sexual appetites and just trying to, live in this world that they think is theirs. The vampires really do think it's their world, and the humans are just there temporarily and stuff. I really like that idea and stuff, and they kind of play off on, the whole synthetic blood thing at one point with this kind of subplot in the film. There's a lot of things going on in this one. It's really interesting. Definitely give this one a spin. It's honestly one of the best modern vampire films I've seen, especially in the last 15 years. I think in the last 15 years, maybe even 20 years, really there hasn't been a lot of great vampire films, in my opinion, since, well, even more than 20 years, maybe since like the 80s. There has been a few periodically throughout, time in the last 25 years, I guess, but this one really does stick out for me. I think it's awesome, great feel. She did a great job capturing that European feel. Awesome stuff. But yeah, just kind of rambling on now. If I had to rate this one, I'd probably give it about an 8 out of 10. I do recommend this, man. I know a lot of people are kind of hit and miss with their vampire films like I am. But if you like your straight-faced vampire films without that bullshit, glamour and glitter, fucking Twilight bullshit, give this one a shot, man. It's got it all, so it's really cool. Kiss of the Damned from 2012, definitely give it a shot. And yeah, that's going to do it for this fill-in review for Steve. I'm not entirely sure when Steve's going to be back, but I said I will fill in for him until he's back, so you're going to get a double dose of me every week here for, you know, a couple more weeks, I think. But anyways, guys, I will see you tomorrow with another vampire review on Sunday. And yeah, peace out, homies.